She sent me this today after telling her we're done. Or I don't know why you can't understand that I need friends. You have friends, but I am not allowed to even just talk to them. That's being controlling and emotionally abusive. I am not done fighting for us. If you are done, fine. But I am not. I am not going to date anyone. I am not even tied to or anything along those lines. If you're already looking, I don't want to hear about it like last time. I have to have friends. Everyone needs friends. I need leeway in order to gain trust back. But you're making me choose emotional well-being and happiness over depression and dark times. I can't live like that. I shouldn't have to. I realize you're still hurt, but you need help to work on that. I am glad it's so easy for you to just end things and walk away. I am not like you. I can't just walk away from 13 years and break up the family and poor kid. Do you realize what this will do to him? Not everything is my fault. It takes two to be married and make a relationship work. I wish we could actually work on that part instead of escalating each bad spot till it's over. Me sarcastically thinking, yeah, because I am at fault. I told her I am not even going to respond to this for the sake of remaining civil through the divorce. My thoughts after reading this. Funny how she tries to make me the bad person for asking her not to speak to the dude's friends. I even told her she can talk to anyone else but the friends he was associated with. And she's claiming I walked away easy, lol. It took her to have an affair and then continue to lie about things I did give her room to show trust about. Wow, eyes are open. Can't wait to be rid of her. This is absolutely classic cheater textbook activity. OP. She thinks that you are still weak. You did a fair bit of pick-me dancing. Thinks that she still has you in her thrall. But, and this is most important to a cheat, she has to convince herself and you if she can that she is the victim. You drove her to it. You are the evil one in all of this. Don't weaken OP. She hasn't changed. She won't change. If she's still not with this AP, there will be others. She is a cheat. Truth to be told, your sudden show of strength and resilience has taken her aback. She never guessed that you had it in you. The affair fog is starting to lift if it's not completely gone already. Her AP is not a knight in shining armor anymore. He's a shit in shoddy drawers. What the duck has she done? Get the popcorn ready, OP. Hers could be an Oscar-winning shit show. Not your circus and certainly not your monkey anymore. You are going to be so much better off without her cheating us. Good luck. My ex-wife was similar. She called me controlling because it's a buzzword and an easy way to shit blame. Literally the only thing I ever put my foot down about was inappropriate relationships with other men. Not every man, but you know when lines are being crossed. Unsurprisingly, every time I was suspicious about a guy, I ended finding DMs, texts, nudes, or that she was hanging out with him alone at his job or apartment, two different dudes. It got so bad that when I found out about her last pregnancy, I asked her if she was sure it was mine. She angrily told me I was being paranoid and she'd never been with anyone else. The paternity test disagreed. Yep, that is a buzzword. So controlling. My ex-wife told me in the beginning of the marriage. She goes verbatim here. You can't make this up. I want you to be the boss of me. I want you to protect me from my family, from my rapist ex. Long story short, she'd cheated with her ex and was hiding it by saying she was sexually assaulted while drunk, claimed she'd kill them if she ever saw them again. Went as far as to tell me I should go beat them up. Her family had no idea she was telling me they were abusive, but during the divorce, they're up her comforting her. Her dad literally gave her a house cause bad controlling me. LOL, even though she'd asked me to do all those things first off. And when she started talking to her rapist ex again after the divorce was finalized, and I realized she'd lied about that, I cut her off cold. Texted don't call me anymore. She had her friend get on and gaslight me about how I wasn't her parent and couldn't tell her what to do. Never mind, she'd lied for 5 years about being raped. I was nauseated. She just told her friend I was making her not talk to her ex. In the meantime, she's on the phone saying things like, you know I am not talking to them. They raped me. Just pathetic the way they are. Ever the victim to whoever it is they need to use for the moment. Let's count all the ways an OT to approach successful reconciliation. 1. That's being controlling and abusive. Gaslight your partner that this is your fault and your feelings are not valid. Fail. 2. If you're already looking, I don't want to hear about it like last time. Sneakily try to turn it around as if you were the one acting inappropriately. Fail. 3. I need leeway to gain back trust. What? How even? Let me act like I did previously when I cheated to prove I am not cheating. What? Fail. 4. I realize you're hurt but you need help to work on that. Shouldn't you be the primary person dedicating your time to helping you work on that? He can't heal despite your actions. How even? Fail. 5. And poor kid. Do you realize what this will do to him? Oh yay, finally Hail Mary attempt. Suffer quietly while I don't help you recover so you don't make up some dad. Try the old guilt trip. Extra fail. 6. It takes 2 to be married and make a relationship work. Yes, you got one right. It does take 2 to make a relationship work, and you have to work together and sacrifice your own happiness to achieve it. Her actions don't match her words. Always trust words over actions. Fail. Don't be surprised in a couple weeks when she tells you about her new BF. No matter how hard she tries to get you to play her game, avoid it. Grey Rock and 180 are your friends from here on out. Use this forum to vent, but don't engage her. Be civil and work on your emotional outlets elsewhere, if only for the child's sake. It's stuff like this that worries me. I've been lurking this sub for a while, and even though I am pretty young, 16 years old, this kind of crap just demotivates me. Like, I know that there are good people, but I feel like society has gotten to the point of making everything acceptable, and if you try and say anything, then you're insecure. I honestly know that it'll end up in a relationship someday, but from the perspective I see it in right now, I don't think it'll be pretty. UGGGGHHH. I got the same thing, so I can't have friends. No, I said you shouldn't keep in contact with female friends you are refused to introduce me to, interested in, have been interested in, or are interested in you, and more than friends. If you want to prove to me you are serious, then he goes screw it. It's not worth having people around if you're just gonna get jealous. It's not jealousy. You literally text women behind my back, keep their names from me, see them and don't tell me. Kissed one of them and told her you're not ready for a relationship, but not because you're already in one of 4 years. So then he agreed to stop talking to them, the one in particular, and still did it anyway, and lashed out at me for leaving him for being a depressed alcoholic and not caring about his well-being. Awesome. When they have all of these special little friends and they get caught cheating, they go into psycho mode. She says she wants to stay in work. By normal fixing, she has to quit her job. If this was a coworker, change her phone number, all media blocked, and no more friends. She blew that privilege, so to speak. She is basically under cheater's arrest. Then she has to go to IC by herself. No couples counseling until she is good from IC. It takes approximately 2 to 5 years to maybe fix this and get back into the groove. She doesn't want to play. Then cut her loose. Excellent choice to be rid of her. Her level of pathology is off the charts. Prepare for her to go into destroy and salt the earth mode once you serve her the divorce papers. The most important thing is to protect yourself so that you can protect your child. She will use everything at her disposal to hurt you, especially your kid. Put your oxygen mask on first before helping others. If you don't, everyone dies. Discuss with your attorney the most outrageous and awful things that she may do, and plan on them actually being worse. Too many people that post here were caught off guard by the sudden level of malevolence that their wayward STBX employed after being served. Tons of stuff about guys who stay friends with women and have her waiting for cinch in the armor then swoop in. If she doesn't believe, have her call every opposite sex which she is friends with and tell them over the phone you and her done, and she needs that to get over it. She can have friends that say no, we are friends, I am not going to ruin our relationship. All the others are not friends. Yeah, I was told I am controlling too for wanting respect, but hey, I was the bad person. Good for you for leaving. You deserve better. Don't let her try to make you feel bad about her FCKING cheating. Talking about it takes 2 to be married, and yay, so were TF were you. Why didn't she have that epiphany before cheating? I would say to ask that, but ignoring your ass is the right way to go. So yesterday she was out till 1:30 and drinking who knows where, with who knows who. When she finally returned, she was banging on my bedroom door. We are in separate bedrooms ever since the original affair demanded that I speak with her. I let her in my room because she was going to wake the kids. She then starts digging into me about how it's my fault, and if all these other girls cheated on me, it's because something is wrong with me, claiming I never paid attention or gave her enough, which I know is untrue. One of the nights she was texting him, I had been trying to get her out of her bedroom for a romantic time and was pushed away. This happened often. She showed no remorse for any of her actions, tried to get me to take blame for the affair. I stayed strong and defended my position, called her a few negative names I am not proud of, but they were justified. Then she proceeded to make accusations that I had a side hustle or pieces that I was wanting to peruse, and that's why I wanted the divorce. Basically doing anything and everything to make me the bad guy. When all of these failed, I asked her where she had been. She would only tell me general vague information. That particular group that knows the dude she had an affair with and no location, so she was probably with him. Don't care anymore. So I asked her to leave my room and that nothing she can say will change my mind. She then went for my firearms and weapons closet. I was able to disarm her and remove the pistol from her possession, but she was able to acquire a hunting knife which she managed to lacerate her wrist before I was able to disarm her completely. She didn't cause any life-threatening injuries and I was able to restrain her until the police arrived and took her for psychiatric evaluation. At this point I know the legal and custody ramifications of her actions, and myself having lost a family member to suicide. I just want to make this clear: I have no ill will towards her and never want any pain for her. I just wanted her to stop causing myself and my kids pain. I am remorseful she has fallen so far due to her own actions, and I feel sorry that as much as I care, I know this could also be an attempt to elicit an emotion response in me to want to protect her. While I can't allow her to hurt herself, I also can't be there to work her through her undiagnosed mental disorder. I am going to push her to get professional help regarding her mental disorder, but I will not continue to be in a relationship with her. I honestly hope she was making a last-ditch effort to keep me, because I don't believe anyone should comment suicide, and that she will never try to Jean. I am hoping the best for her as I move on with my life, and I am not going to be sucked back into an abusive relationship with her. No, I did remove all access she has to firearms now, and I am staying firm. You are doing well. Cheaters have to blame shit because most cannot handle the guilt and public backlash when friends and family hear what they did. Blame shifting is so very common. Tell her that cheaters cheat to get a rush and feel happy. It's a selfish thing because it is all about them, the cheater, and the fact they have to hide it shows that they know it is wrong. It's not a problem that you are hurt. It is normal to feel hurt by someone who does exactly what they know will crush you but does not care because it makes them happy. The problem is that she can't see how bad the consequences of her actions were for you. She did not upset you by crashing your favorite car or accidentally throwing out something you treasure. You can work on that. It's not a small thing she did. It is a giant betrayal that means you can never trust her again. I had that with an ex. She had a lot of male friends who were just hanging around for a piece. I said the same thing you did and got exactly the same response. You're controlling. Good on ya, mate. The reality is you are 100% in the right and she's leaving the door open for infidelity. My wife tells guys to get lost or DOESNT respond when they try and contact her. We have male friends together, but neither of us has special friends of the opposite sex. I expect you to be okay with me being in close contact with the people who are close to my AP. Interesting way of fighting for a marriage. HUMMM. She made her decision back then and sticks to it until today. Get her out of your life ASAP and tell all your friends and family about why you do what you do before she twists her version of the story to them and paints you as the bad guy, because that is guaranteed to happen once she realizes that you got some backbone. Congratulations OP. She is so entitled and doesn't even show remorse. You were very nice to let it last this long. Should have dropped her earlier, but I know it's hard. This makes me somewhat grateful that my culture is stricter on gender mixing. I told my fiance I don't want him to have close female friends, and inversely I won't have close male friends. There's nothing I could get from a male friend that I can't get from my husband or my female friends, so I prefer keeping interactions with the opposite gender to a minimum. Good luck. Sung to the tune of a singer practicing a scale. Me. It's always about them. Poor thing. It's not like she had any choice but to cheat. She's an infant and nothing is her fault, ever. If something looks like her fault, for instance, having sex with another person then lying about it, see the first rule. And calling out an infant for their bullshit is abusive because infants have no expectation or ability to control what they do because they're infants, and you did it all, not her. You broke up the family. It had nothing to do with her behavior, her betrayal, and her lies. She can't be held responsible for those because she's an infant. Not everything is my fault. Taking off your clothes and having sex with another person is 100% her fault. Unless you consented then changed your mind, and if you did, shame on you, or she was raped, then the cheating and lying are entirely her fault. More than many here. I do think there's sometimes hope for reconciliation, but the first step is for the cheater to take responsibility. If you take her back when she's behaving like this, it'll teach the infant one lesson that you're a doormat and she can get away with whatever she wants to. Think about sending her this reply back and telling her that's what a neutral Rondo thought after reading her email. Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing for more videos.